Hey tankers, and welcome back to World of Tanks with PR154, where every week we're showcasing ordinary tankers doing extraordinary things on our Twitch stream. Now, what follows is a cut of one of those live reviews where we've had the responsible party on station to talk through what was going through their mind and down their barrel in the course of their game. Now, if that's your jam and you'd like to submit a replay for consideration, then please drop it on the submission platform via the Discord server link in the description below. In the meantime, happy tanking, and please enjoy this video. Excellent. All right, so we've got turbocharger, improved hardening, and gun rammer. Hardening on a CS-63 seems like an interesting choice. What's driving that?
Yeah. Actually, my build for the CS, I've only have one build. I don't have an alternative loadout, and I've only ever really used the CS-63 for Clan Wars, which is like you need hardening rather than bird stat. And frankly speaking, I'm too lazy to switch around my equipment. So yeah, I've been rocking with it since like I don't know the past 80 battles or so in the CS.
I mean, I guess it makes sense. I mean, 2200 hit points is not too bad at all, considering that with CS-63 you're going to be using it as a frontline fighter, so it's probably worth having that extra few percent of hit points, so you can trade a little bit of hit point for position if you absolutely have to.
Yeah, definitely. I've from all the friends that I've been talking to about the CS-63's gun handling, I've happened to fall in the camp where I personally think the gun handling without bird stab is actually good enough. You just need to let it aim for like a second or two.
Yeah, okay. I see you've got the Clan Wars loadout on the ammunition as well.
Yeah, everything is just Clan Wars setup, so...
Fantastic. So, what do we got here? We're hitting for 390, and you're penetrating for 315, so that's on par with most tier 10 APCR.
Yeah, it's pretty nice.
And the food helping matters as well.
Yeah, throughout the replay, I was pretty sloppy actually. Like, you saw the shot on the TVP before my first shot, and you saw the shot on the T100 where I just auto-aimed for some bizarre reason.
It's alright. I mean, they say you miss 100% of the shots you don't take.
I do. I felt like it could have been better. But, well, it is what it is, and I'll just have to work with it.
So excellent use of the mobility of CS-63 to sort of get into this position, and you're already putting crossfires into the enemy team. It doesn't look like they've contested this flank too strongly, however, so you do have a bit of free reign here, provided you're not spotted.
Yeah, exactly. Like my initial reason for rushing here was to get shots on middle, but also to get crossing shots on the heavy tanks, because they usually like to go down one line. But the super conch was spotted all the way back in the sniper nest, so I was like, damn, this is such a good opportunity. I could just stay here.
Yeah, I guess I can't begrudge the Super Conqueror for staying in the sniper nest, given there weren't too many enemy vehicles sort of pushing this JK line.
Yeah, like actually the Super Conch, if he just stayed at the sniper's nest, that would have been the best decision for him. Because the moment he goes forward like this, he gets crossfired by the STV if he played any more forward, like around the ridge where I am. Or he has to deal with me in the 60TP coming soon. So yeah.
Yeah. We're not seeing too much evidence here that they've been supported from the sniper nest by some other tank destroyer.
Yeah, like we had a light tank, was it the 13-105? He was just up on top of the ridge. He didn't really spot anything besides the Super Conch, so that just made me believe like, oh yeah, I could just go aggressive on him.
Yeah. Well, they're using their upper frontal plate as best as they can, but you're still just managing to find the chinks in the armor there.
Yep, the Super Conch side armor is actually really, really weak, and if you're shooting like gold APCF, it's like easy pen most of the time.
Only 138 hit points left on the tank. We see your Batshadi on 25T is deciding that I'm going to have you. I'll probably eat a shell here from Super Conqueror here if they're not careful, but no, they are in behind. Oh, and it's Artie with the kill steal. It's no stolen kills, just kills.
I mean, I think considering the situation now, because we also see the team lead at like 2-4, since before, I've wanted to make a very aggressive push, but I didn't want to like trade, I think, 2 shots from the Super Conch just to kill him and like, you know, make him turn his third around. So waiting for the batch was so, like, how to say, it was a very opportune moment.
Yeah. Wow, scores 2-7. This is looking a little bit dangerous. And I guess that's the way battles go. Like, if the enemy has underpopulated one flank, as it was in the case of your flank, it sort of implies they've overpopulated a different flank. And we could see them really flexing that advantage right now. They're just completely dominating the mid and the northern side of the map.
Yeah, pretty much. Like, just like the super conk and the E100s being spotted, that was just the go sign for me to like, we need to go, we need to move fast.
Yes.
Otherwise, this game is super hard to come to win at the end game. Again, auto aim, I don't know why. Oh, I remember now. It was close to midnight. I guess I was just tired and I didn't really think properly.
Oh, it's a Czech tank. It's practically the Soviet Union anyway.
Yeah.
It's the same Russian rules of don't bother aiming still apply.
I hope so.
Alright. So the enemy LT-100 is somewhat accounted for, which is good because you don't want to be spotted back here.
Yep, indeed. I think it was around here that I realized, wait a minute, we're down for like by 4 tanks. They still have like a decent chunk of HP. I could go for 10k right now, but I really need to start pinning my shot.
Yes.
And the T100, I guess he was going for a more, how to say it, I guess he just wanted to farm the damage so that the game ends quicker. But if he stayed maybe like around middle, I wouldn't have been able to snipe like I did before. Yeah,
well, he's just once again giving you completely free reign here.
Mm.
And
this girl too, like he's actually alone right now. The TVP was unspotted. I was actually pretty worried that he could run back to help the girl, but the girl chose to run instead. And I thought, oh, I really need to farm him now and track him. Unfortunately, that happened.
Oh, hopefully you can keep eyes on. Still not quite at the end of your spotting distance just yet, but yeah, one sand dune is going to bring that party to an end.
Mm-hmm. I got really lucky here. I don't think I should have peeked up. Like, I knew the girl was aiming back at me, but I thought, oh, maybe I could snap my shots faster than he did, knowing the girl's gun.
I always maintain I'd rather be lucky at tanks than good at tanks, but it looks like you've been able to do both here, so that's pretty neat.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to remember, does your turbo mode in CS-63 affect your concealment rating, or does that
it does. Flat? It does. It lowers your concealment rating by, I forgot what the percentage number was. I think it was 3% or something on my build. Yeah, spotting the girl here was actually pretty huge because I was debating, should I go help like pick up the M454 or do I go for the girl? But the girl just got spotted over there and I thought, okay, I'll stay here. But then I missed anyway, so rip.
Yeah, shame we couldn't get that knockout because that's potentially 750 hit points of hurt that'll be putting into someone else, but.
And from here I realized, K-Line is populated by my remaining 2 allies, so I thought, man, if the TVP is really that low according to the map, I should be able to like pick him off almost basically for free, and that would have, like how to say, that would have changed the game. Especially now that the girl is spotted down south, that TVP should either be alone or maybe with a super conk, but I was willing to take the brawl against them.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, Artie did spot me there. I was thinking I could get away with being unspotted, but yeah, he had just enough range, I guess.
I mean, good eyes on the Super Conqueror, on the Conqueror gun carriage there.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, that's a shotgun you'd be quite happy to avoid.
Yep. I was thinking, do I take the 2 seconds to go out of turbo, or just, go for it? And I thought, go for it, because I can't have any more seconds to wait.
Pretty much. Just with enemy vehicles now on the cap circle, this gives them the initiative that you're effectively forced to respond to that now.
Yeah, basically. It was the worst possible outcome that I could get for me and the Rhino, just being capped. And I was really thinking, I mean, if it's just two people capping with like a minute 30 second, that still gives me enough room to maybe do something, but I really need to go around the middle ridge to start, decapping it if possible. But the issue is the TVP, because the moment I get spotted, the TVP could just come up to me and clip me for free.
Definitely.
And I got super lucky here.
Oh, well, this is...
Sorry, not super lucky, super unlucky. My bad.
And I guess this is why we're quite grateful that you reserved a lot of your hit points in the early game.
Yeah, exactly.
And
that was super close. It was super, super close.
Yeah, there was probably only milliseconds in whether or not they were going to hit the fire button, because you're certainly within one-shotable range of Grill A15 here.
Yeah, definitely. I was like, I thought the grill actually had like perfect shots on me, but maybe he only saw my turret and he wanted to shoot my hull. So he nudged forward a bit, and I think that decision cost him his tank, basically.
Yeah.
Thank God my Rhino could actually hit a shot on the TVP and connect it. Otherwise, like, this game would have been turned out so different.
Oh, well, that's good to see. 64 hit points left on Super Conqueror, and they were carrying the lion's share of the cap points as well.
I think for me, like, if the TVP didn't die, I definitely had to like shoot one and then immediately run after to turn around for the TVP.
Yeah.
But thankfully he died, so yay, full reset.
So looking at the mission clock now, you've only got 3 minutes 40 left in the game, and they've got 3:55 left on the cap clock. So unless AMX M454 can return to the cap and try to accelerate that process, they're not going to be able to cap this one out. And probably nor would you want to under the circumstances. We've already proven that you can farm the cap circle without being counter-spotted.
Definitely. And now that Rhino's taken out my position, that's really, really crucial. My thought process in this game was currently, I wanted to go here because I knew if I could pincer with the Rhino.
Yes.
Because the Rhino's in the middle ridge, and if I take that K line, then the cap is like, they can't be safe from any angle. But I was very afraid of the AMX coming down K line, because that would have just ruined my plan entirely. So I think at this point, I was thinking about it, where would the AMX go? Because based on where he's last spotted, like, he could go both ways. He could go middle or he could go down K line. But I took a bet. If I don't spot anything by the time I poke up around one of these smaller ridges, then I should be safe. But if he happens to be under it, then I'll just have to initiate a brawl and hope I get lucky.
Yeah.
But thankfully, that's not what happened.
Well, it really is all about the AMX, because we know that the ST2 can't cap. It can't cap.
Yeah.
Match will be over before they cap out. All right, AMX M454 has been found in the mid. They've gone low.
Very unfortunate what happened. I was banking on that Rhino, like, oh, he's in the middle ridge, he has the higher ground, he shouldn't, like, there's no way he should die, right? When I saw the AMX spotted, and then he died, and it, like, my brain was starting to rack up, how can I win this, this is the worst possible scenario. I waited, like, I think like maybe around, I hope it was 3 seconds, just to see if my light bulb was actually out, or to see if the SD2 would actually turn around.
Yeah.
And how to say it, I think at the time I wanted to wait for AMX to get spotted so I can farm him first, but I thought, no, I have 2 minutes left, 2 tanks, I don't think I'll have any more time, so I just popped the shot and went for it.
Yeah, it's certainly paying off, but even with 2 of them capping, they can't beat the clock. So their best hope is to just shoot you down at this point in time.
Yep, and they'll realize soon enough, but I got super lucky before because I bounced both the AMX and the SD2 shot miraculously. I don't even know how.
Alright, so switching to the high explosive there for the kill on AMX M454.
Yep. Because he was angling pretty well. Like, there was only a shoulder plate or bolus I could take, and I thought, yeah, you know what, I still have HE, I might as well.
Yeah.
And I wanted to conserve as much APCR as possible, because I only just realized after I killed the AMX, no, before I killed the AMX, that, oh wait, I'm running out of ammo. This is pretty bad.
Alright, 45 seconds left to avoid the draw, and ST2 still got 2/3 of its hit points.
I was thinking he was going to go for a beeline straight towards me, so I went around here to hope, like, if you see where I'm looking at, that's where I expected him to be, only to realize he's dead. And I thought, at this point, I realized his amount of HP and my HP. I was like, oh no, he could double barrel me, and
Yes.
I need to shoot him like 4 times. This is like so bad, and the clock is ticking anyway. He fired 1. I was thinking I need to rush him now so that he interrupts his second reload.
Yes.
Which is why I can go immediately straight for the kill. And now the issue is just time.
Yeah, so it's going to be a while before they get their second shell in the tube as well. So it's a fantastic decision there to just eat that shot from ST2. And you've given yourself certainty of this victorious outcome. 228 hit points the difference. It certainly does not get much tighter than that.
Yep, one of my best tier 10 games probably in my whole career.
So for that, it looks like you picked up your second gun mark here on CS-63 and an Ace Mastery badge, placing in the top 1% of tankers by experience points in the tier 10 polished medium tank CS-63. I think I called it Czech earlier. It was, we have some Polish people chasing me with an axe now. Anyway, we won't talk about that. So absolute fistful of medals here. I hope you've got a big chest to stick this all on. What do we got here? Confederate, so you hit more enemy vehicles than any other player on the team. It needs to be at least 6. So count them up. That's 11 different enemy vehicles you put a shot into. So fantastic work there. It's more than 2/3 of the team. Defender medal for the resets, crucial for this game, and unsurprisingly high caliber medal accounting for at least 20% of total hit point pool of enemy vehicles, which being a 10.3k game for you, been very surprised if you didn't get a high caliber medal. 5 kills earning you the fighter medal. Duelist, destroying at least 2 enemy vehicles that cause damage to yourself in turn. Yeah, bit of that going around. Bruiser, damage to enemy vehicle modules or injuring crew members at least 5 times. 9 critical hits recorded in the Hand of God, surviving and winning the battle, having received damage for at least 4 different enemy vehicles. So, fantastic work there. And look to the team scores. Yeah, over 50%, more than the next taker in Rinoceronte. Not to understate their crucial contribution to the outcome of this game with 4 kills and 2,600 hit points of damage inflicted. STB1 coming away with 3,600 hit points of damage and 1 kill. Very crucial role that they were playing in the mid fairly consistently throughout that game. ST2 on the enemy team with 4 kills, over 3,100 hit points of damage inflicted. T100 LT, this one surprised me a little bit, but you sort of mentioned earlier that it looked like they were playing more for damage farm than to do light tank things.
I think I did say he was going for a more damage role, like around the middle section of the game, but I wasn't really paying attention to that side, so maybe he was just picking up kills, like, crucial for his team. Because, like, you know, he was trying to enlarge in the snowball of victory for his team, at least.
Certainly looked that way with the kill disparity that was existing there for a while. But 4k assist damage, it looks like they were doing a bit of their own role as well as someone else's. So sharing the labour, but not quite carrying hard enough today by the looks of it. Over to the detailed report, and I'm genuinely surprised this one cost you, but I guess the consumables bill and 47 premium shells is going to drag on the hip pocket a little bit. With 10,500 combined game. Got to be happy with that. Really quite happy to drop 10,000 credits for an extra gun mark as well.
Yep, definitely. I was more happy with my results rather than the credits at the time, and when I looked at the credits to check how much I had to pay for ammunition, I cried a little bit inside. But I mean, what do I get for being lazy with my loadout and just sticking with Clan Wars setup rather than making one for puppies? But yeah, it is what it is.
Absolutely. Well, thanks very much for sending this one in and allowing us to share it with our community, and more importantly, getting in to talk about what was going through your mind and down your barrel with this one. It has been fantastic having you aboard, Razor.
Thank you so much, Pierre.
No worries at all. We'll catch you next time.